Previously on DC vs. Vampires, Andrew Bennett, also known as the Eye Vampire, comes to learn that the vampires are waging a war against the human world and they target DC Universe's powerful heroes and villains to make them join in their cult to take over the whole planet. So to inform the Justice League, Bennett rushes towards the Hall of Justice and on his way he meets with Hal Jordan, where he tells all the details about the death of Vampire Queen Mary and the upcoming threat against the humankind. But after hearing all of his words, Hal reveals his true nature as a vampire and brutally murders Bennett and Zan of the Wonder Twins. Hal then proceeds to kill his best friend Barry Allen by lurking him into a remote beach, and there he reveals that due to Barry's high metabolism rate, he can risk to turn him into a vampire, and Hal kills him by snapping his neck with his power ring. Next he makes Wonderwoman to fall into his trap, and by using his hypnosis technique, Hal takes over her mind and turns her into one of them. Now as the vampires start to take control of the Earth's strongest heroes and villains, Batman becomes their main target. So Hal frames Batman for the murder of Barry Allen and brings the whole Justice League into the Batcave to capture him. There, Batman and Green Arrow, two non-powered heroes, engage themselves in a stressful fight against the League members. And with their overwhelming willpower and courage, they take down most of the League members. And as Oliver Queen hurts Hal Jordan and proceeds to end his life, Wonder Woman jumps between them and brutalizes both Oliver Queen and Batman with her enhanced power. And then she turns Hawker into a vampire. Seeing this horrifying situation, Batman then sets the whole Batcave into fire and escapes the place with Oliver Queen and rest of the Bat family members. But soon, Vampire Hal and Diana again infiltrate Batman's hideout, but this time, with the help of the Bat family members, they manage to defeat the vampire heroes. After that, Oliver approaches to Hal, and to end his suffering, he then kills Hal Jordan by stabbing a wooden knife into his chest. Soon Barbara contacts Bruce and informs him that Joker is lying dead and he is not the Vampire King, and it becomes clear that one of Batman's allies is the true Vampire King. But before Bruce can understand anything, Nightwing appears behind him and punches a hole in his chest, and then he reveals that he is the Vampire King. And as he feared that Batman may cause some major problem to the Vampire Nation, that's why he kills him. In this shocking moment, the Vampire Nightwing shows no mercy and tears apart the whole Bat family by murdering Tim Drake and turning Damian into a vampire. As there is no one left to fight, Jason then charges at Nightwing to end his life. For a moment, he is able to keep up with Nightwing, but then Vampire Wonder Woman attacks Jason from behind, and as they proceed to infect Jason, Oliver shoots an arrow which takes away Jason's life, and he escapes with Alfred with the dead body of Batman. Now as Nightwing has all the access of Batman's file on every heroes and villains, and with his new vampiric powers and abilities, he's ready to end this world along with its people. Welcome to Comicstube YouTube channel. In today's video, we will review an one-shot series of DC vs. Vampires Killers. You can find all the previous parts on this playlist. So if you guys are new to this channel, please subscribe and turn on all the notifications to never miss any future uploads. Please like, comment and share. All the text and images are owned by a suspected company. You can support them by purchasing it digitally or from any offline stores. The issue opens up with the post-apocalyptic world where the vampires have taken control of the globe and keeping the remaining humans on their food chain. And in some underground basement, Mad Hatter is trying to figure out how to hide all of his things and materials from the vampires. And right at that time, Harley Quinn, the new ruler of Gotham's underworld, shows up alongside with her partners Catwoman, Clayface and Solomon Grundy. But Mad Hatter shows less than excitement about her arriving, and as he tries to escape, Clayface and Grundy block his way. Then Harley tells him that she came here to seize control of his underground network, and now he is working under her. As Harley gave him all the instructions, she then proceeds to leave the room. But right at that time, Mad Hatter finds a bit of courage and pulls out his gun to end Harley's life. Sensing the upcoming danger, Harley then turns around with her gun and kills Mad Hatter with a clean headshot. And Selina tells her Harley should not have killed Mad Hatter. She replies, this is her city now and she can do anything she wants. And after that, the party leave the underground basement. Later, Harley and her crew return to their hideout, and as they start to eat their dinner, Harley senses someone is sneaking up on them, and quickly she throws a fork towards that individual and wants him to show his face. And that person is none other than Commissioner Jim Gordon, and he is here to take Harley's help. He gives her a sample of Lex Luthor's blood and tells her that this blood can kill vampires, so he wants Harley's help to distribute this sample out of Gotham and gives this to those people who need it and save the humanity from the vampire nation. But before Gordon can finish his words, Scarecrow shows up in front of them and he orders Gordon to hand over that sample. And he's not alone. He came here with Vampire Atom, Dr. Midnight and Mr. Terrific, and they force Harley and her team to leave Jim Gordon and escape the place. After getting beaten up by Vampire Mr. Terrific, Harley then visits her home, and there her roommate Selina is getting worried for her as she came late. But as Harley enters into her room, she finds that blood sample in her pocket. Then Selina enters into Harley's room to check up on her, and as she looks into her face, she becomes worried about her because this city now belongs to the vampires, and she thinks it is not safe for Harley to go out into the city. As Harley falls asleep, Selina silently enters into her room and discovers that blood sample. And as she asks Harley, she tells her all the details about that blood sample. Even though Harley gets warned by Selina, she visits to her hideout to meet with her partners and decides to deliver that sample all over the world so that the vampires can threaten the humanity anymore. But as she meets with Grundy, she finds him dead, and Clayface informs her that Mr. Terrific and his team knew that she will come here, so they took away their boat and killed Grundy. Soon Vampire Terrific and Midnight emerge from the shadow and demand that blood sample from Harley. But this time, Harley came here with preparations, and without wasting any more time, she charges at them and turns them into dust. After that stressful fight, Harley returns to her home, and there she meets with Selina, and it looks like she is waiting for her for some particular reason. Soon, Selina's mood gets changed, and she demands that blood sample from Harley, and it turns out that Selina was already a vampire, and it was her plan by sending Mr. Terrific and Midnight to capture Harley and retrieve that blood sample. And now she is determined to get that sample from Harley, even if she has to kill her. As the fight continues, Selena gets pushed by Harley and she gets pissed by her actions. Then Selena grabs her from the bed and tries to infect her. But then she gets shocked as her bite makes no impact on her. Then Harley reveals that as she was worried that more vampires will come for her, that's why she injects herself with the blood. And as that blood is immune to vampire bite and can kill any vampires, it instantly ends Selena's life right at the spot. And now, as Harley is immune to the vampire bites and her blood can kill any vampires, she prepares herself to go up against the vampire nation as she is the humanity's last hope. Thus the one-shot series of DC vs Vampires Killers comes to a close. So which part you like the most? Please share your thoughts on the comment section down below. And also please subscribe as this will motivate me to make more contents. Thank you so much for watching. Everyone stay safe and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.